What's up guys, TigerCamo5 here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do your own Minecraft Manhunts in Bedrock Edition using command blocks. This is updated. We have a previous video on our channel showing you how to do this in versions before 1.19.5, but in that version, the syntax for the execute command that is used for this, it was updated, so that method no longer works, and this is the way that you have to do it now. So let's just get right into it. Alright, so the first couple things that we're going to have to do for this manhunt setup are actually in the world creation setup. So before you create your world, you're going to want to do a couple of things to the settings. First of all, you're going to want to turn it to creative. That will help with the setup because we have to screw with command blocks. And then, besides turning the starting map off, we are also going to go ahead and turn on show coordinates. That will be necessary for the setup of the manhunt. So that's about it for the world setup. So let's just get into the world and set it up in there. Alright, so once we're into this new world, we are going to want to start by just go ahead and going into our chat and /give @s command block. So this is going to give a command block. Okay, so then what we're going to want to do with this command block is go ahead and dig a 2-block hole down and then one over here to the side. This is not necessary, it's just how I like to set it up because it keeps it hidden mostly under the ground. So we need one command block there. This is going to be the main one that does all of the work for the actual manhunt. This one right here is going to be an accessory that's going to help us out, but it's not really necessary. So then what you're going to want to do is head into this command block. This is the heart and soul of the manhunt process. This is where the magic happens, I guess you could say. So the command that we're going to want to put in here is going to be /execute @ and then here's where you're going to want to put the name of the player you're trying to track. So for me, that's just TigerCamo5. And then the word run, and then setworldspawn ~. So what this is going to do is it's going to execute a command at the location of me, and it's going to run the command setworldspawn at the coords that I am at. So that means that the compass, the in-game compass item, is going to now point to that location because it points to the world spawn. There's a couple of other things we do have to do in this command block, however, to make this work. Well, first of all, we want this to be a repeating command block, and then we need it always to be active. So then we are going to go down here and put in a tick delay. That is one other thing. To reduce lag, I have found that 250 ticks is good for my setup. If you have a better PC or console than me, then you may not need this big of a tick delay. This helps reduce lag because when you're running this every tick, it really lags your game. So I found that 250 is a good happy medium between lag reduction and a compass that actually works and refreshes. So then one more thing, we're just going to turn off this previous output, helps reduce the lag, and it's completely unnecessary. Alright, so then we go out of the command block and we can already see that, what are you doing? We can already see that our world spawn point has been set to the coords that I'm standing on. And you might already be thinking, wow, that chat message is going to get annoying because it's just going to keep popping up telling the hunters the speedrunners coords. And you would be right, so we're going to get rid of that. We're going to go ahead and go into our chat and say /gamerule command block output false. So now that that is over, you might think we're done, but we're not. There's a couple more things. Firstly, when you're going to run away, I'm assuming you're not going to stay in like 4 chunks radius of this command block for the entire manhunt, right? So as soon as you get too far away, this chunk is going to despawn, and it is going to stop updating this command block, and your compass is going to stop tracking the speedrunner. So we need to set up what's called a ticking area. So basically, we're going to need the coords of this block right here that I'm standing on, and then also the block on the far corner. So the coords of this block, and I'm just going to write these down, are 27, 72, 21. And then over here on the other side, we have 29, 72, 19. Alright, so then we got to go into chat, and then the command would be /tickingarea, all one word, no spaces. And then we need add, and then here's where you just want to put the the coordinates of the points that you need. Alright, so I just filled in the coords of the 2 blocks I was just standing on. So then you need to just give it a quick name. This step isn't necessary, but I like to do it. And then hit enter, and so you should get this message, added ticking area from coordinates 1 out of 10 ticking areas in use. And yes, those coordinates are different from the ones that I put in, because what it does is it takes those and it extends it to the chunk border. So it has made this entire chunk stay loaded for the entire game that you are playing. It will never despawn, and this command block will never stop working. Alrighty, so real quick, I'm just gonna show you that this is working. We have this compass, it's in an item frame, and I'm just going to walk over here. You notice it does not follow me right now because we are waiting for that 250 tick delay. And when that tick delay is up, it's going to turn and point towards me. And there it is. You can see that's setting the world spawn point to me, and the compass is always gonna do that every 250 ticks while the speedrunner is in the overworld. This compass does not work in the nether or the end dimensions because the setworldspawn command does not run in those dimensions. I have tried, I cannot figure out how to do it in the nether and the end, so unfortunately I think this is the best we're going to do in Bedrock Edition. And this tick delay, it might seem like a long time, but most of the time you don't need it to be refreshing every single tick. You just need to be able to know where the speedrunner is. You don't need to know to the exact block. And when you're chasing the speedrunner, you're going to notice that it's pointing behind you for most of the time. If you're actively, you can see the speedrunner, you're chasing them down. That's because you're faster than the tick delay, and it's just going to be resetting to a point that you instantly pass, and then resetting to a point that you instantly pass. Not a big deal. You don't need to track the speedrunner when you can literally see them. Alright, one more thing. You may have noticed a problem with this, which is that we are setting the world spawn, and so that means that when hunters die, they're going to spawn at the speedrunner. So what I like to do to fix that problem is a simple command. You can also use a bed for this, but I think the command is just a little bit cleaner. So we're just going to do /spawnpoint at a ~, and you have to make sure that all of the players that you're going to have playing are logged into this world right now. Otherwise, this command will only work for the players who are currently in the world. So we're going to just do that. You can see it set my spawn point. And now we have this other command block right here. Speaking of respawning hunters, this just simplifies things. It's completely unnecessary, but what I like to do is just do /give @p a compass. And then this just allows that when they die to just go ahead and step on a pressure plate to get their compass back, instead of doing a command or running through a chest or going into creative mode. Now there is one problem with this setup that I have no fix for this, is that if a hunter sets their spawn at a bed or a respawn anchor or whatever, and then that bed is broken, the spawn point is going to reset to the world spawn, not to this spawn point. So that means that they're going to start spawning at the speedrunner's location, which is not what you want. There's not really a way around this, so basically what you're just going to have to do is teleport back to the spawn when you have died and try not to look too much at where the speedrunner's at. And then you're just going to want to reset your spawn point here with that same command for yourself, and then you'll be good to go. So I don't know of a fix for that. If you guys know a fix for how to make this work without that, then let me know down in the comments. I'd love to see that. Makes things a little bit annoying sometimes, but it only comes up every so often. Not a super big deal. Alright, so that's about all I have for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helps you with your manhunts.